Corbit, I called her Carbo. She lived right beside us in that little house when y'all come, that little block house there. And she was the richest person I think I've ever known. Due to the fact, because she had pure, out, honest, just straight up, good woman, rich, didn't have no money now, Well, she had that little house over yonder, and I'd go spend the night with her, and it was 2 bedrooms. That's all she could afford. Well, she always had a garden, a little tiny garden, not nothing big. And me and her was out there hoeing in the garden. She had me a little hoe that was, I might, about that long. Uh-huh. I might have been 5, 6 at the most. Well, she always wore a cotton dress every day. And that cotton dress was going to be there. But she'd go out there and in that garden barefooted. And she taught me how to hoe and weed the garden. Well, me and her's out there one day, and she had game chickens in the yard, Well, for some reason or another, that big old game rooster now, I'm talking about a big old game rooster, he's that tall. But he had tail feathers, just beautiful rooster. He shuffled on her. Well, Grandma kind of kicked him back on off, got him away from her. And boy, he just reared his wings, and carried on. And she kept showing off. So, well, I was going to spend the night with her. So we went in the house, and my grandma Corbit, every day, before she went in the house, she washed her feet. She had a wash pan. She's going to wash her feet. She got through washing her feet and dried them off. Went in there and we ate a little bit of something, got ready, because you went to bed when the sun went down. You went to bed when the sun went down. But she said, little Jim, now you go and get in your bed, and I'm going to get in mine, but don't you go to sleep. In about 30 minutes, we got a chore to do. I thought to myself, what in the world? Well, the little old rooms was we just talked back in two, You didn't have to holler or nothing. And we sat there and talked about whatever, back in two. She said, okay, little Jim, get up. And I got up out of the bed, and I'm a little feller. And she had one of them old aluminum Rayovac or you know what I'm talking about. A flashlight. She said, come on, boy. She said, come on. And I followed her, because I obeyed every word she said. And she had a big old grapevine out there in the backyard that you could walk under. But that's where them chickens roosted. See. And we got that grapevine. She said, here now, son. She turned that light on, and she looked through there, and she found that rooster. And it's up there in the grapevine now. And she said, here, boy, hold it. And I held it on him, She said, you hold it still now. And I did. I held it right. She reached up there through that grapevine, up there, and grabbed that rooster by both legs and snatched him through that grapevine, held him down with her foot, and pulled every ass feather out of him. I'm talking about plucked him. I'm talking about plucked him now. You ain't never heard such hollering and carrying on in all your life as that rooster done. Well.
Oh, she didn't kill him.
Well, she didn't kill him. But I'm talking about she plucked him now. I'm talking about that rooster's butt was as bare as my knee. And then took and throwed him back up there in the grapevine. Well, the next day, them hens that are walking around that yard, and that rooster couldn't even look at him. He was like, that's right here.
It embarrassed him.
He ain't had no ass feather. He didn't have nothing to be proud of no more. It wasn't nothing but a nub. Lying right there. Hey! That rooster never went back to that grapevine. But them hens, that was an embarrassed rooster. You ever seen an embarrassed rooster? An embarrassed rooster, he wouldn't even hold his head up. He was just walking around out there in the yard.
She got it good.
I'm talking about every bit of it now. She didn't do nothing. I'm talking about she got it all. They was feathers all up under that grapevine. I'm talking about feathers that long.
Wow, he was proud as a peacock for a long time until that.
She winged him. Yeah, but the moral of the story is when everybody get out of the way, needs their wings clipped. Well, that rooster there, you couldn't even feed him. That rooster, that's the funniest sight that you've ever seen in your life. But when you seen something in life is when you see an embarrassed rooster. Yeah. I mean, he just walked around the yard right here. He wouldn't even pick his head up. That's a true story.
That was pretty good. We had chickens in Green Acres,